In Consumer Watch, a new industry is using technology and travelers to help people purchase things in other countries. But an article in the Wall Street Journal explains that many people who use this new technology, end up breaking customs laws.
Some users of one app called GRABR say they avoided duties altogether. But GRABR says the company's terms of service require users to comply with customs. Andrea Fuller is a reporter for the Wall Street Journal. She wrote the article which explains these services. Andrea, thanks for coming in and explain to us, how do these traveler delivery apps actually work?
Yes, so two of the most popular ones, they're called GRABR, and there's another one, seriously, it's called Air Mule.
Okay.
Catchy.
Yes, indeed.
Gosh.
And they've become very popular amongst the travel hacker community, people who are interested in making money while they travel. People want free trips to places like South America or to China, which is where Air Mule is popular. GRABR works, basically, somebody posts online and says, I want an iPhone. I'm in Argentina. Will you bring it to me from the U.S.? Those goods are much more expensive locally. And so an American traveler buys the phone, brings it to South America, and gets reimbursed and gets a delivery fee.
So the Wall Street Journal interviewed a few people that have used GRABR, and they said that they were able to bring items in without declaring customs, without paying the fees, right?
Yeah, so in these countries, this kind of behavior is actually pretty common.
Yeah.
Because goods are so expensive locally, it's very common for people to go abroad and buy things, bring them back, and just sort of sneak them in through their luggage. What's unique here is that this is a venture capitalist funded Silicon Valley. It's backed by some of the biggest names in Silicon Valley, including Peter Thiel's Founders Fund. There are names involved from Yelp and Facebook and various other venture capital firms who are involved behind it. And these people who are traveling are bringing in thousands of dollars worth of goods, and they're saying, oh, I didn't declare it. I just brought it in and said it was my own.
Right.
People told me, oh, I said it was a gift for a friend. I said it was my own items that I was traveling with. And so they're lying to customs officials. Some said they were doing it at the sort of suggestion of some of the company staff. Others said they kind of cooked it up on their own.
Well, Air Mule is a pretty suggestive term. I mean, mule is synonymous with smuggling, right? So, but GRABR insists that their terms of service require users to comply with customs laws. So how do people actually use these apps the right way, and can they use them the right way?
Yeah, certainly. So if you bring in, say, a few small gifts for people in Argentina or Brazil, where they're very popular, if they're under the duty-free limit, then that's okay. If you're bringing in things, expensive laptops and iPhones that are over the duty-free limit, then you should declare those and pay whatever duties that are required. The problem is essentially the people in those countries who are using those apps. They've become so popular, according to the interviews that I did with shoppers in those countries, because they see it as an easy way to get around paying the really steep import taxes, which are up to 50% of the value of the item.
So what's the risk for the mule? Well, I mean, if you lie to customs, what's the risk?
You're probably not going to go to jail, but that's, the attorneys I talked to said that's a risk you probably shouldn't take.
Right.
Most likely what's going to happen is you're going to get fined. But the customs lawyers that I talked to said, eventually they're going to crack down, and you don't want to be the one that they crack down on.
Technology pushing the edge.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Every way possible.
Disruption in Silicon Valley.
Disruption.
Got it.
Andrea Fuller with Wall Street Journal. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much for having me.